He's like, I got this.
He reaches out his hand and kind of pushes to feel it too. It seems like he's able to push in less than either of the two of you. Linvala, you seem to push the most when you pushed with your hand. Graubar didn't seem to be able, even when you were pushing him with your ring, he didn't seem to go as far into the room as you did when you were pushing with your hand. And the bugbear seemed to get the least. Like,
Alarm.
What if I tried to push against it?
Yeah, try it.
well, there's only one way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so how are you doing it? What are you doing?
And just kind of reaching forward and pushing against it.
You gotta give me a d20. Okay. You put your hand against it and you can feel the barrier and you start to push, but you don't feel any resistance. It feels like your hand goes through.
I cautiously step forward, still holding my hand out.
You pass through the barrier.
What the F?
Wow,
What race is he?
half elf.
Right.
Could it possibly be keyed to a person's blood?
They said he was human, but
Hmm.
is there anything on the other side that allows him to disable this silly thing?
Can I try something?
You can do anything. It's a sandbox. Just describe what you're wanting to do, and I'll let you know.
I'll cast Spectral Hand.
Okay. Poosh! There's a spectral hand hovering over your head.
Sweet. I hand it my torch and light it.
Okay.
And I send it in to light up the room for Valorium.
Well, Valorium can see in the dark, but that's very.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But that is very kind of you.
If the Spectral Hand is allowed through the barrier,
Okay, so
I'm gonna try that since the magic can get through.
okay, so the spectral hand holding the torch
The torch just
goes.
falls off.
Go you punch it through and
Oh,
so the hand goes and it goes seems to go through fine and then the torch hits and suddenly the torch starts bouncing and slips out and falls to the floor as the hand keeps going through.
I yell,
so it's very clear a half elf can get his way through the dang thing. Is there something on the other side to deactivate?
Valorium, you need to do some perception checks.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, my character has dark vision, but I
Yeah.
can't see anything in there.
Well, if you get closer to stuff,
Okay, yeah, now I see.
yeah, it's a limited field. So you're walking around, and you notice over here there's some symbols of some gods, Harv and Erica,
Mm-hmm.
that you notice, and some. You can do a perception check on those if you want to.
I do. Taking care not to actually disturb them as I do.
So you got to roll for. As you're looking at them, you notice. Oops. You notice that it looks like they're buttons. Oh, for lack of. It looks like they can be depressed. It looks like they're.
How many of the symbols can I recognize?
There's just
the
two. One
just
for
the
each
two of
god.
them.
Yeah, there's
One's
just.
Harv, one's Harv, and one's your deity.
Right. I carefully press the one for Erica.
As your hand approaches it, It seems to start to glow.
My hand or the symbol?
The symbol.
Okay.
Do you still press it?
hmm
Okay. You press it, and you press it. It goes in and doesn't seem to have any trouble going in.
Hmm.
Does the barrier drop?
I don't know. Does it?
Okay, he's pressed it.
And I test the barrier again.
Well, no, you'll pass through it. I walk up, put
Yeah.
my hand against to see if the barrier is there.
You walk through.
All right.
Hmm.
Motion for our orc friend to come through. Our
Bugbear. He comes
Bugbear.
in and looks around. So you notice, I guess Lavala's still hiding outside.
No,
So, you notice a bookshelf that seems to be filled with tomes and scrolls.
what? Over there.
There is a workbench with a map, and then kind of like alchemic table or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some stuff on it, so you notice that in the room. The bugbear seems to be looking around, muttering something in his language as he's looking.
I'm checking out what's on the shelf.
What's on the bookshelf?
Hmm.
So there seems to be some of it's like some history books. Some of it, there seems to be a lot about that, and there's some magic books as well that talk about spells and researching and stuff like that. A couple of scrolls of spells and
Looks like an office.
yeah. How are you doing on time here, Valorium?
Pretty soon,
Okay.
I think.
The bugbear says, he finally speaks up. He says, I was expecting something else. This seems small.
What
Well,
else were you
Something. There had to be something valuable here for it to have been so heavily warded.
What's the map?
So you go up to look at the map. It appears to be a map of this place. So it shows several levels. And then it also shows, it seems to be of the mountain. And it's showing a tunnel that's been going out. And the bugbear's looking at it too. He says, oh, this is, whoa, what just happened? This is,
He just stepped on Manvala.
yeah, dancing. Whee! Actually, he's underneath.
Hmm.
But anyways, he's over there. He says, this is, where we were, this is some of our tunnel where we were searching for the relic.
But if you've never seen this map before, right?
I haven't seen this map before, but I recognize what it is.
You know, the alchemy table and the books and stuff, they're all out of my realm.
I'm gonna look over the scrolls and see if I recognize any of that.
You kind of, well, actually, do you have read magic up?
No.
You can kind of recognize a little bit of it. It seems to be pretty complicated.
I let him know this is some pretty high level stuff.
Sure.
Or higher than
Possibly possibly Bilkon's own personal workshop.
Well, and it looks like some of it might be portion. I mean, you recognize that some of it is copies of his spell book, right? Because usually, especially when you're as high level as he was, you'd create multiple copies of different things. In case it got lost, that would be pretty bad.
I can recognize that one of these is a copy of his spell book.
Give me. So you're looking through on stuff on the bookshelf, right,
Mm-hmm.
Linvala? Give me 3 D100s.
Wow.
It was 64 to 3.
Wow.
No good.
Okay. Well, what are the rest of you guys doing?
God.
Looking over a map.
Okay, you're looking over the map.
Yeah, to kind of see if I can make anything of it.
I mean, it's pretty clear. It doesn't seem like there's anything. It just seems like he was mapping out what they were doing. I mean, you notice
Any
there's
kind of references to what they were looking for.
No. There is in that there's like an X that the tunnel seems to be going towards with a question mark next to it. And some markings for like depth or height, I guess. I'm not sure how that would go. But, I mean, you're not a cartographer, I don't think, anyways, so. But, I mean, there's, it seems like it's got a question mark next to it, but it seems like they're trying to go deep into the mountain. Is what it looks like. What about you, Graubar? What are you up to?
Well, first off, I can't read, so there's nothing I can do with that.
Well, you can kind of read now.
Well, I can look at the map. I can see the same things that are on the map. I can look at,
Right.
The alchemy stuff. I have no idea what that is. Nor would I. Actually, what I was going to say I was doing was poking around the room to see if there was something I was missing in the way of a passageway.
No, that's good. Give me 5 D100s.
What?
5 D100.
Okay. First do that. And go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my
5.
god.
All right, so as you come over here
Yeah.
and you're kind of looking around, it looks like this platform is probably like about 4 feet high. And it looks like there might be some sort of opening right where you're facing.
Okay.
Is what you notice. It seems like there's some extra seams in the stonework.
So I push on it.
Nothing happens.
I call over Linvala and them and point it out to them.
I'm assuming I leave the bookshelf disappointed anyway. So
I look around for any kind of indication as to how it might open.
He has hidden door, I believe.
Yeah. Do you well, are you asking if somebody has a spell?
He has hidden door.
Who's he?
Valarum.
Not really. I have a racial bonus when I'm searching for hidden doors, basically, but
Yeah.
not entirely sure how Vetch decide to translate that.
Linvala, how when you get done looking at some of this